Hi, hello and welcome everybody to today's video. This time I decided to do something a bit out of the ordinary for me. Today we are redesigning AI characters. I've seen a few other artists also do this and I became inspired. While I of course am against AI generated art, I hope that goes without saying. I always thought that using these already generated pieces is okay for inspiration purposes, however. AI at its current state is highly unethical and is basically leeching off of real artists' works, so I decided to save these free little goobers today and adopt them as my own with changes to the design but still retaining the original vibe that they had. So let's get right into it. Our first one of the day is this dark blue, elegant looking boy. I was really excited to redesign him and I was very confident with it since normally I lean towards similar designs for my own OCs. So I went ahead and did this one first. I made him into a cleric, a holy spellcaster basically, but I thought the role of healer would suit him well. You may have already been able to guess, but these three were picked strategically from my part. They all looked like spellcasters, so I decided to make them into that sort of trio with their own roles. I really like MMORPGs as well, so I made the Holy Trinity, Healer, Tanker, DPS, their roles. This guy I think had a bit too much going on, as a lot of these AI designs tend to do, so I simplified it by quite a bit to make it more readable. You'll see that I have done this with all of them. There is nothing inherently wrong with detailed designs, it's just that in most cases it is not preferred. It is mostly present in games. A good example of over-detailed designs being a good thing is probably Genshin, but even then some characters do just have a bit too much going on. The designs have cultural or symbolic significance to the characters most of the time, and their designers are extremely skilled at making everything blend well together. However, the same cannot be said for AI because of course it cannot comprehend such things. However, if you've ever tried to make fan art of a Genshin character, you'll know just how tiring it gets to draw every single detail in their designs. So, like I said, detailed designs can be good, but they are not easy to replicate and it is not common in a lot of media as well as it is not very needed. You can have a memorable character design without going too hard on the details. As for this character's personality, I think he would be quiet most of the time, and people who don't know him well think he's really smart and nice. But his two closest friends, the party members we will get to design soon, know that he truly has a sharp tongue. He's the type of healer who would probably say, "You want heals? Okay, get down on your knees and beg." He would definitely trash talk while reviving everyone. He must be tired of his party members getting hurt all the time. Let's give him a break. Moving on to our next character, I decided she should be a DPS and a sorcerer. I also noticed her original design seemed to have some suit-like elements, so I made her design slightly androgynous. I think she's probably the most serious about every mission out of the three of them, and she's very skilled. People who don't know her don't dare approach her, cause she looks so fierce, but in reality, she has a bunch of stray cats she picked up from the street at home because she adores them so much. Like an unexpected adorable side. Like maybe she goes on these dungeons, like raids and all this stuff, and she takes them so seriously because she has to feed so many cats at home, you know? I really like these sorts of characters. I believe they are called gap moe, because there is a gap between how they appear and how they truly act. She's also probably the one who keeps everyone in check and is the leader of their group. She's pretty, so she probably has a lot of people confessing their love to her even though she seems so unapproachable. But I decided to make her a lesbian, just because I could. So maybe she ends up falling in love with a pretty siren lady. That would be quite fun, I think. So obviously she rejects everyone else's advances. The thing is, since she rejects everyone, I suppose she would not have a lot of experience in love. So the way she would go about flirting with the siren lady is probably very girl failure behavior, but the siren lady, I think, would probably find it charming anyway. The only problem is sirens and cats probably won't get on well, but let's all wish her good luck in her romantic endeavors. Hopefully she can successfully court the siren lady. Alright, moving on to our last character now. He is a wizard and the tanker of the party. He is very learned and smart. He usually would just bury himself in research all day if it wasn't for his boyfriend, the healer we designed earlier, bringing him outside to touch some grass from time to time. So he's kind of a shut-in, a little bit. Originally, I didn't give much mind to him having a pocket watch on him, but now that I think about it, it could also be that he's a bit particular about how much time he spends doing what? In a bit of an obsessive way, causing his party members quite the headache when he suddenly decides to leave in the middle of a dungeon run to do something else because it happened to be on his schedule. Probably quite the moody character, because even though he is so particular about time, he never reserves enough time to sleep. So his bad hair is everlasting as he hurries wherever he has to go first thing in the morning, not caring much about how put together he looks. Fortunately, his boyfriend finds this bad hair and eye bags attractive, but leave it to him to scold him every time anyway. As he should, honestly. A healthy sleeping schedule is very important. By the way, circling back to the design itself, I'm sure some of you may have already noticed that I put a different color rose in each of their designs somewhere. For our cleric, it was on his hat, and that's also true for the sorcerer girl. For this wizard guy, however, since he doesn't have a hat, I put it on his brooch at the very end. I also tried my best to give all of them interesting silhouettes, mostly with their hair/hat, or their capes. They're game-ish fantasy designs, and I find it to be the easiest to do well with these. Other clothing types can be made into cool-looking silhouettes too, of course. I do feel like he would die the most, even though he is the tanker. I feel like Sorcerer Girl would probably be pretty good at dodging, but the same thing cannot be said for Mr. 4 hours of sleep every night. It might even be the reason he actually became a tank in the first place. So he could last longer in battle, but obviously that didn't work out too well for him now, did it? with this, we have our party of 3 done. I didn't plan for this initially, but their colors look good together in any combination, especially when all 3 of them are together. It's because blue and orange are complementary to each other and black is technically not a color, so it's a good combo with any of the 2. I'm really happy it turned out this way. Let's hope their adventures are fun together, even though they all seem like such an unlikely team. If you guys enjoyed this type of character design video, let me know in the comments below. Whether it was the full body, detailed look of the designs, or the fact that we adopted some AI characters today, I'd love to know your thoughts. I would love to do another video like this where I design the girlfriend of the sorcerer girl and some other monsters on the side too, to round out their universe a bit more. But if you guys have any other character design theme ideas, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you guys have any name ideas for these characters, feel free to suggest them down in the comments below as well. At the time of me recording this video, my animal designs video has just come out, so I do not have the list of their names yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know in the next one, however. If you guys would like to see more art from me that doesn't make it into videos, you can check out my Instagram and Twitter at eris_vt. And if you guys would like to read my webtoons, you can find me at eris.png on webtoons. But all the links will be in the description down below. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time, but until then, bye bye!